It's Week 16 of the NFL, and we have Amon-Ra St. Brown on center stage. There are few better in the red zone as he comes in fourth in touchdown receptions. It's the Lions and the Vikings, just ahead on EA Sports.
U.S. Bank Stadium holds just under 70,000 spectators, and they've come out in full force for this one. A fantastic atmosphere here in Minneapolis. It is Week 16 in the NFL, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Minnesota Vikings. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you look at this Vikings ball club. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
Meanwhile, for the Lions here, they come in off another victory a weekend ago. That ran their win streak up to 7 now.
And I think that win last week established them as Super Bowl frontrunners. They're playing with confidence and swagger, and you need that to go a long way.
Happy Christmas Eve to all. What a good one we have in store as we are underway here in Week 16. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So here are the Vikings set to go to work, and they're led by the leading passer in the NFC a season ago. Now in his 12th year, 6th as a Viking, Kirk Cousins.
Well, the silver lining from last week, he played phenomenally, kept the ball clean, and led them to the end zone several times. You know these NFL quarterbacks, though, they trade away all those touchdowns if it meant getting the win. That's his focus this week.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there, and they'll go backwards right away. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But and
the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Ndamukong Suh, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. 2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards. Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. Looking to throw. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety.
Well, 2 snaps ago, I don't think anyone thought a safety was on the table, yet it happened. They cut him on back-to-back plays, breaking through the line. No amount of evading was going to save him from a sack on either play. And on the last one, he ran too deep into the end zone to set up the safety.
After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick. On the return is Williams. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Open man, this is Lewis. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, 1st down. Here's Goff. He'll find his rookie tight end, Sam Laporta. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Goff on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And in for the Lions touchdown. Mercedes Lewis. His 4th touchdown on the year. as his guys are able to extend their lead.
When we draw up defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver. But on that particular play, somehow he was wide open, became an easy touchdown pass.
Robbie Gould on for the extra point. And this is good as they extend it out now to a 9-0 lead. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Throwing, Cousins. Into the hands of the rookie Jordan Addison. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. And a quick slant gets exactly 10, and by the nose of the football, they've got a first down. Cousins. This is caught by Addison. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. Play action now. Cousins. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete. You talk about this Lions defense. They were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
This defense has a lot to be proud of coming off of the game they played last week. When you only give up 14 points in a game, not only do you give your team a chance to win, you fully expect to win because you figure your offense is going to score more than that.
And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 29-yard line. That one good for 16 as the drive continues. Cousins now to throw on first down. To the right side and complete to Jefferson. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down. So, Charles, defensively here, you're going up against a veteran quarterback. He's got a lot of know-how, a ton of savvy, but a guy who's not the most mobile of quarterbacks. What's the plan of attack?
You spend all week pumping up your defensive front. Your defensive tackles, your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys who go after the quarterback the most, because you know that he's not going to run and beat you consistently throughout the game. You can rush more aggressively off the edge and even up the middle, because even if he evades you, he's not going to go very far. You have a lot more confidence going after him in the pocket.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. Only able to gain a couple there. 3rd and 7 now. After one, it's 9-0. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. As they've got it as we resume action. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
Here's Randy Bullock now as he'll go for the field goal. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. Bullock's kick is good, and they are on the board. It's now 9-3. Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
And he returns this to the 22. And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
On first down, it's Goff. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Lions at 12-2 now on the year, and they come in on the heels of yet another victory. That ran their win streak, Charles, up to 7 now.
And I think that last win, that established them and stamped them, to me, as Super Bowl frontrunners. They're playing with extreme confidence, and you need that in order to go all the way.
Here's 3rd and 6. To the air again, Goff. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 31-yard line. Goff now to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Hey, did you have one of those backyards that you had one of those, like, mats or pits like you have for high jumpers, and you know you had your friends throw the ball and you tried to make the spectacular catches?
I didn't need a mat.
you just did it with the ground?
Absolutely.
That explains your
concrete.
Toughness. That explains your toughness right there, because I think that guy was raised just like you. What a catch.
Finding Williams once more, complete. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. From the gun, here's Goff. He's got it. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. Now Goff. And did he get the feet down? Yes, touchdown. Jamison Williams there to make the grab. And the Lions are able to stretch out their lead. And he just did get those feet in there on the side of the end zone. Well done.
Probably the exact size foot necessary, because I think if he had another half size, that catch doesn't count. And he's able to get it in, and it counts for a touchdown.
Gold to add the extra point. And the lead is now 13. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was Jamison Williams wrapping things up with a touchdown. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
At the 32-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth.
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
First down now, but that clock rolling. Throwing is Cousins. Complete. Jefferson the target. He's to the 15. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson, 61 yards. And the Vikings are back within a score. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts. All right, because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase it.
On for the point after is Randy Bullock. And it's up. This is good, and it makes it a 16-10 game now. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it was all capped off by Justin Jefferson's touchdown reception. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Jamison Williams and the Lions get set for this next possession. Last drive, the touchdown, 4 catches, really good. He was. They were not good on the other side trying to stop him. What do they need to do?
Well, this is where the entire staff has to get involved because we always focus on the defensive coordinator. But he needs help from other people with their eyes and their expertise, and he needs to listen to them. And sometimes you just can't afford to wait on a drive and say, okay, let's get to the sidelines and start over. You need to find a way in the middle of that drive to start taking away what's hurting you.
Yeah, in-series adjustments, and how do you do that?
Well, what you do is you listen to what everyone else is telling you, what they're seeing, the patterns that are developing, and maybe you just start running extra bodies to take away that pattern.
And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now Goff looking to change the play. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
He's put up numbers in this one by pushing the envelope a bit whenever he could with deeper throws. Let's play a little philosophy here. Some plays it works, sometimes they're ready for you. And that time, they were on guard. Incomplete.
Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. There's a glimpse of Justin Jefferson, the wide receiver, as he and the Minnesota Vikings return back here on offense. He's up near 100 yards now here in the 2nd quarter, but his team's down.
Through no fault of his own. I mean, what a nice game he's having so far. They've got to keep finding ways to get him the football. Don't get away from that. Figure out where things are going wrong with the rest of the team.
They'll be hoping to hit that 100-yard mark on this drive. They'll get this underneath to Madison. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. To throw is Cousins. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. A 1st down throw for Cousins. A throw out wide, going to be incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Well, he left no doubt about that one, because even though he hasn't left the pocket, he's got a receiver in the area, so it's not grounding, even though there was no way that ball was going to be caught.
On 3rd down, Cousins. He's got his target. That's complete. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. First down. Here's Cousins. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
Now Cousins. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third. All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. Oh, good-looking return set up here. He's past the 30. He will score. Touchdown, Lions. And you've used the phrase with me before, pressing the kicking game. What exactly does that mean? Because they did it there.
It means focusing on it, all aspects of it, because it's the third part of the game. Offense, defense, special teams. If you press the kicking game, create an advantage, make a big play, it often leads to victory.
A Goff and that Lions offense staying on the field. They'll try for 2. Now they'll change things up. Cook, they'll try and run it. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. So they kept it on the ground, got it into the end zone. But Charles, sometimes you probably see teams treat a 2-point conversion differently than if it was first and goal from the 2, or I should say third and goal from the 2.
I agree with you totally on that. A lot of teams treat it as if they have farther to go and shy away from running the football. I think this is a great spot to do it because most teams play you for the pass. Go ahead and run it, let your linemen surge and fire out.
Justin Jefferson and the rest of this offense, they've got their helmets back on, and they're ready for this next series. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. On second down, Cousins again. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Cousins going underneath. He's got Hawkinson. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up fourth down.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on third down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a first down.
And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And the Lions will take over. And Detroit getting set to go now. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Here's Cook again. And Marcus Davenport, former Saint, in on the stop there. They're going to hurry back to the line now. On second down, Cook. And he's got some space here. Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Detroit. Dalvin Cook with his 14th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions take a 3-touchdown lead.
I know I should keep the focus and the spotlight on the hero that just scored, but tackling's been an issue for this defense all game long. I can't set that aside. We just saw it again here. Missed tackles leads to his long touchdown run.
Now Gold for the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's capped off by the touchdown run coming from Dalvin Cook. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Vikings ready to go again on offense. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Going to begin the drive here with Madison. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Cousins now. And that's complete to K.J. Osborne. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the 1st down. Cousins. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Levi Onwuzurike able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front and getting to them. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them. Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point of the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
A beautiful spin and room to run. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So here come the Lions now. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Off play action. Here's Goff. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I wouldn't be shocked at all right now if there's a look of surprise on the big fella's face because he had the route that he wanted, running the corner, and usually he's able to use his body and catch the football, but a really nice play by the defenders, able to knock it away.
And now a hook up downfield on 2nd down. A big play there for Detroit. 41 yards. From the red zone now, Goff. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Jared Goff with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Lions are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the 3rd quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Gould able to tack on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They go play action. Cousins. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. We're off to the fourth quarter here on Christmas. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis.
Here's 2nd and 10.
A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Cousins.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
To throw, Cousins. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. He couldn't get away there on third down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
And here's Ryan Wright now.
As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Taking on the midfield logo. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. First down, here's the run with Cook. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And the offense moving quickly to the line. To throw on 2nd down is Goff.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Chilom Brown. And the Vikings will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Cousins to throw it.
This one brought in by Jefferson.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
From the 4, this is 2nd down and 1.
Throwing, Cousins. And it's caught. Touchdown, Vikings. T.J. Hockenson from 4 yards out.
And the Vikings get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Well, it seemed like they were so focused elsewhere, they forgot about the tight end spot, and he's the one that burns him there to make this a 3-score game here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
I think there might be a little bit of defensive fatigue from those guys on that side of the ball, partner, because they've been spending their time trying to stop them from all angles. This time the tight end gets them.
And the Lions are able to cover this one up. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Throwing now, Goff. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The first down line at the 34 here on third down.
Goff going to move his guys around a bit.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota.
Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
Out of his end zone, Cousins.
And that one too wide and incomplete.
Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw now in his own end zone.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And all the way to the 25 before he's hit and dropped. Now they got to get to the line quickly. To the air again, it's Cousins.
This is Alexander Madison out of the backfield with it.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Well, following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
Now Cousins.
Over the middle and complete to Addison.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Throwing is Cousins. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Osborne. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Cousins now on 2nd down.
They'll find Osborne here.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Cousins again. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Cousins. Now he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
But plain and simple, that's the 2nd time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's going to have to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
On 3rd down, Cousins.
That one thrown away from the pocket. And the officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
Well, that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the 1st down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
Yeah, and on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6.
And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted.
Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick.
And the Lions come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for the Lions,